So we're not going to do a whole bunch of tune work on this because it's never going to run NA. That's probably a little bit better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it would probably be a little bit less than 1,000. It's a little bit more than 1,000. And we could rev it up, but because you got to keep in mind it's got a big supercharger camshaft in it. It's not set up to run NA, so it's not going to make a bunch of horsepower NA at higher RPM because it's just not tailored to do that. And I've never had that experience on any of my supercharger or turbocharger camshafts in particular. Don't tend to RPM unboosted. So anyways, I think that actually looks pretty good. It was horsepower wise, it's nice. Oscar's looking at data, so we're just kind of make sure his cylinders look basically the same. Everything looks pretty good. But since it's not designed to run NA, there's not a lot of sense doing much more than this. But that's pretty decent horsepower for that. So I think that's pretty good. Of course, the other motors I've done right there usually aren't that big either, but I think that's pretty good. So right now we're going to put the blower on, start working on that, but that's what it makes NA. So an update here. So you just saw the thing run NA. So that was last week. And then we did put the blower on. The big bad boy F4X 140 blower. And so we're trying to sort out the tune on it, and really came to the conclusion that we didn't have enough ignition power, because runs great NA, as soon as you start putting any fuel to it, any boost to it, it is unhappy. Didn't even bother showing you because it is unhappy. Not even hardly runnable. Once it starts getting up there, I mean, if we keep on leaning it up, it keeps on getting a little bit better, but that's not really the right direction to go. Just needed more ignition power. So we are putting on right now the MSD 600. I just got that in, and got darn fingerprints on the shiny stuff. I hate that. But anyways, we're wiring up the MSD 600 right now. Oscar has obviously already had to leave, couldn't hang around for forever. So we'll be getting with him. He's going to just do some remote tuning with us, because it's on Motec. And so we will continue to proceed on with this, but I wanted to give you an update of why this isn't all posted up yet. I'm probably going to try getting to this thing tomorrow, so it looks like it's going to be next week before you guys see any kind of videos on this thing and what kind of horsepower it makes. But to go back over it again, 550 cubic inches of all billet Hemi, 4.8 board space Noonan deal, water jacketed version, going in their drag and drive test mule. So if you go back to the all billet Hemi engine build, we have a good video on that. You'll see the link at it right up here, somewhere wherever Tim puts it. See, if I go like this, it gives Tim all sorts of area. So somewhere up in there, the link, and you can go watch that, the complete build on this. And so now you can see that we got it all sorted out. Ran it NA, runs great, no problem. Start running on boost. It's got an ignition problem. Had to get a new ignition. I didn't have a whole system here. Putting the ignition on it, and now we'll have to go back through and sort it. So methanol, dual fuel, because this is going to be a drag week, sick week kind of operation, and do some testing in streamliner form too. So this thing will be doing drag and drive. We're talking about doing half mile, and then probably doing some Bonneville stuff, and then possibly taking this engine in the one car to Argentina, I think it is. I don't know, there's like a 15-mile course, so it's 10 on, 5 off, as in 10 miles on and 5 miles shutdown. So anyways, doing some crazy stuff. So we're really working on the development side of this thing, and so you get to see it. So we're running on methanol right now for the drag and drive, or for the drag and drive stuff. Won't be in this configuration. It's going to be blowing obviously, but it's not going to be spinning it this hard. Not trying to make this much horsepower as the drag and drive stuff for mile, 5 mile, 10 mile, all that kind of stuff. Doesn't take the same horsepower levels to make that all work. So anyways, come back next week and I'll give you all the update on this thing. But for now, I gave away a test mule and test stand. Here's a video on that deal. Well, drove the old girl in the snow all the way up here to pick up the engine, the test stand engine. All right, so this is Bob George. Bob won the test engine stand, channel member, thank you. Oh, yeah. And so I gave that test engine stand with sniper kit and everything to one of the channel members, and this is Bob, he won it. And he's just videoed this, so he drove, what year is this? 71? 71 long bed C10 truck. They call it C10 or C10? Yes. Yeah, C10s, yeah. And so you've driven this in drag week and sick week.
No,
not sick week.
Twice in drag week.
Twice in drag week, and drove this up from Ohio to pick up the engine. And you can see it's snowing here, so yes. He doesn't mind. No. So this is the test engine that we gave away, just randomly selected. In fact, on this one I didn't even do a merchandise or anything. I just randomly selected. Yeah. So Bob's a channel member, and we're giving away stuff that we just don't use, don't need any longer, don't want around the shop, and this thing we don't do anything with, and it's like, you know what, I'll just give it away to one of the channel members. So that's exactly what I did. Just randomly drew his name, said you never won anything before.
No, never.
Never. And so he has the truck, and he also has a 68 Chevelle with 565 in it that he now races in the sick week, drag week events. And he said you're really interested in this because you wanted to put the sniper on the truck.
Yeah.
So it's a complete sniper system with ignition system, the whole deal. And then you'll just figure out what you're going to do with the rest of this thing later. if anything.
Yeah, shove it in the corner.
Yeah. So let's get this thing all loaded up for you.
All right.
And have fun. At least you'll get a bunch of weight in the back of the truck.
Oh yeah, to help a little bit.
Yeah, did you bring some straps and stuff too?
Yeah, I got some.
Okay,
straps,
cool. Yeah, so we'll put it in there just exactly as is and party on.
Absolutely.
All right. So we got Bob all loaded up. He's heading back down to close to Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, down to Columbus, Ohio area. And enjoy.
Oh, I will. Oh, absolutely.
So a little bit of modifications, so we'll see what he does. To clarify, Bob did ask a good question. He goes, oh, is there any kind of 1090? No. This was not a sweepstakes. This is just me giving somebody something. He didn't have to do anything. Didn't do anything. Didn't buy anything. No. This was just giving something away of no value, because I consider that having zero value to me. There's no value to it. So it's just a free thing. So, anyways,
well, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
And for taking that off my hands, because it literally has been sitting here for probably
4 years.
Yeah, at least the last couple years. Well, yeah, probably the last 2 or 3 years. Never even run. I mean, it's been sitting underneath the pallet rack. So it's like, let's just get rid of this thing and get it out of here. Start clearing house and get rid of some of our stuff that we don't need, don't want. Some stuff I can't sell. So, and that was one of them. There you go. Can't sell that thing, so it has no value.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
All right. Dewey probably wants to go with you too, but
probably. All right.
All right.
Well, I'll head on down the road.
All right. Very good.